with even the ESV, it's a little bit more difficult. It's a little more poetic and it's written more in kind of like a word for word. This is phrase for phrase. So this is taking a phrase that maybe someone would use in ancient Hebrew and putting it into a phrase that we would understand today instead of something that we wouldn't understand in ancient Hebrew. Whereas the ESV and other versions are word for word. So they're giving you word for word no matter what. And sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I love this version for that, for studying and for getting a little deeper grasp. Okay, so in verse 50 or chapter 51, verse 7, it says, "Listen to me, you who know right from wrong, you who cherish my law in your heart, do not be afraid of people's scorn, nor fear their insult. For the moth will devour them as it devours clothing, and the worm will eat at them as it eats wool. But my righteousness will last forever. My salvation will continue from generation to generation." And then if you skip down a little bit to 12, it says, yes, I am the one who comforts you. So why are you afraid of mere humans who wither like the grass and disappear? Yet you have forgotten the Lord, your creator, the one who stretched out the sky like a canopy and laid the foundations of the earth. Will you remain in constant dread of your human oppressors, sorry? Will you continue to fear the anger of your enemies? This is so encouraging to someone who is trying to speak the gospel and speak truth in a platform where most of the world maybe does not agree with everything that I'm saying. It is easy to be afraid of what people think about you and what people are going to say about what you believe, especially now after Charlie Kirk's death. I think all of us who are Christian, who are conservative, realized that there are people out there who want people who believe like you and I to not be around anymore. And so it's important in times like that to remind yourself of who is in actual control. God is on the throne no matter who is president, no matter who is in power, and he is going to use good and evil to tell others about Jesus. So there are going to be bad people that do bad things that still can prove to someone else that, wow, I don't want to turn out like that. And he can also use people who are like me, who are trying to tell the truth in a way that is kind and applicable to everybody. But there also are going to be people who don't like me for that. They're not going to like that I am telling the truth. They're not going to like that I am spreading the gospel and teaching about Jesus. And so that is something that I am fully aware of and that I've known from the beginning of starting this platform, that Christianity is not always going to be easy, especially when you're being bold with your faith. Last thing I wanted to point out in Isaiah that I really, really loved was this part that talks about death, because we lost someone very close to us. There has been a lot of, I feel like, really hard deaths in the last few months. People who have been young who've passed away, people like Charlie Kirk who was assassinated. There's just been a lot of hard things that have been going on, and I